As you can see, I finished every single one of the team affinities, and I'm here to tell you which ones are the best cards. In my previous video, I told you who you should pick first if you want to get team affinity done quickly. And in this one, I'm going to tell you which ones are the best cards. So there's a little bit of a difference. If you do want to finish it fast, you have to pick the pictures. Then you'll jump into Conquest and use those team affinity pictures. And that's how you get the most team affinity programs, by the innings pitch with the team affinity pictures. And as you get the packs, you're going to add those hitters to the lineup and obviously get the total bases missions as well. And you will cruise through the team affinity program. And now today, I'm going to go division by division, tell you the best cards at each division, and I'm going to tell you why. These are the 5 players from the AL East, and I'm going to go 5-1. So at number 5, I'm going Evan Longoria. Very low contact, decent power, and very good defense as well, but there are better options over there at third. At number 4, I'm going Sean Green. Very good against righties, not so much against lefties. Defense and speed is basically average. You could do better. And better in that same division, I think, is Cedric Mullins. Higher contact, good power. 68 power against lefties is not the best, but his swing is very good. Decent speed and fielding as well. At number 2, I'm going with Kevin Youkilis. His swing is very good, very well balanced, as you can see there, with 96 contact against right, and then the 88 power against left is very balanced, and then 86 fielding there, not too bad. He can play first, third, and right field as well. But the best pick in this division has to be Gary Sanchez, just because of the power that you can see there. He does have very good contact against right, and he's a catcher. Obviously, we're always looking for good catchers. Gary Sanchez is one of them. And on top of that, if you pick cornerstone Byron Buxton, he fits that mold too. Moving over to the AL Central, we have this 5 players. At number 5, I'm going to go ahead and go with Zach Greinke. Yes, we all need pitching at the beginning of the year, but 84 hits per 9. Fastball, slider, sinker, curveball. He just doesn't have the outlier. It does have the sinker, which is a little bit tougher to throw if you use pinpoint. He's just not very good, to be honest. At number 4, I'm going Pudge. And very high contact, very high clutch. Power is just not there. Defense is not the Pudge that we know and love. So his swing is not great either. It doesn't help him. So I will go 4 with Pudge. At number 3, I'm going with Jose Abreu. He has a very good swing this year. As you can see, his hitting attributes are very well balanced against both righties and lefties. And obviously, at first, you want somebody that can actually swing the bat. And number 2, I'm going to Brian Dozier. And the reason why I picked Dozier over Jose Abreu is because of the power that he has at second base. There's not a lot of second basemen with this kind of power. He is a new legend, has a decent swing as well. I like that. He's a goal defender already. So Brian Dozier at number 2, and I'm going number 1, Emmanuel Clase. Very high hits per 9. Very good, honestly, all across the board. He has that cutter, slider, hard slider as well. Basically a 2-pitch guy. Still has that four seam there. But obviously he does have that outlier, which helps him out a lot. And there's not a lot of bullpen arms. You're always going to need some of them. Moving over to the AL West, these are the 5 players that we have here. At number 5, I'm going with Ricky Henderson. Yes, he has that 99 speed. Okay fielding, but just the hitting attributes is just not, they're just not there. At number 4, and I did say that you need bullpen arms, but at number 4, I'll give it to Raisel Iglesias. That 87 hits per 9 is not the best. He does have a little bit of a 3/4 delivery, which gives him an advantage, but I think you can do better. At number 3, I'm going with Jose Leclerc. He is better than Jose Iglesias based on the attributes here, 121. He does have 5 pitches as well with the sinker, very slow slider as well. So he should be very effective as well. But at number 2, I'm going Mitch Haniger. And as you can see, he's very good offensively. 77-85 against righties is not bad. Obviously, he's going to destroy lefties, and he does have 113 clutch, which is amazing. He can play all 3 outfield positions, and his swing is butter. But talking about good swings, Carlos Correa. They changed his swing this year, and is amazing. So you can see 90 contact against right with 1 max out contact already against left. And you're going to be seeing some lefties. John Donaldson is already out there. Once we start getting some more people making World Series, we're going to start seeing Randy. You guys know how it goes. And then he has 109 clutch as well, right? So 78 power, 76 against lefties is pretty good. Goal defender over at shortstop. He has a 6'4" frame over at shortstop. He should be making a lot of plays. I'm loving this Carlos Correa. Moving over to the NL West. These are the 5 players, and this is probably one of the weakest divisions. At number 5, I'm going to go with Tony Gwynn. And yes, he has eye contact, just the power. 42 power and 54 is just not enough. He doesn't even have that 99 speed that Ricky Henderson had. So yeah, number 5 will be Tony Gwynn. I don't think he's going to be in my lineup, but I'm hoping we get a better Tony Gwynn later on. And number 4, we're going Brandon Webb. Again, we need pitchers. We need diamond pitchers. He has a very easy delivery, a very good sinker as well, but think he could be better. Obviously, I have him parallel 3 because I grinded Team Affinity, and he has 93 hits per 9, so technically it's 90, which is still very good as of right now, but he's very hittable, easy to read. At number 3, I'm going with Brandon Crawford, and we always love his swing. Gold defender, 35 speed. He's not very good at shortstop. He's very good against righties. Obviously, that clutch is amazing, 116. Decent power, above average power with 82 and 75, especially now. At number 2, between Chuck Nasty and Justin Turner, I'm giving it to Justin Turner. Well balanced, as you can see. Contact against righties is a little bit too low, but he can play first, second, short, and third. So that's pretty good. Very valuable there. Probably you want to put him at first or third if you want to hide him because of that 35 speed and the fielding, but 106 and 125 against lefties is pretty solid. But the best card is Charlie Blackmon. As you can see, 99 and 100 contact. He has 125 clutch. So that means with running in scoring position, he has the highest he can have. With 88 power against right, 66 against lefties. His swing is very good. Obviously, defensively, you're not gonna feel good putting him in the outfield, but very good designated hitter option. Now moving to the NL Central, we have these 5 guys, and this is a tough one. It's very interesting. We got 2 starting pitchers, a catcher, a first baseman, and an outfielder. At number 5, I'm going AJ Burnett, and 83 hits per 9 is just weird. 4 pitches as a starter is not the best. He doesn't have outlier. He doesn't have a cutter or a slider. So AJ Burnett is not your guy. It's not your guy. I don't think Jack Flaherty is your guy either. So he's going to come in at number 4 for this division. 93 hits per 9. He does have 100 pitching clutch, 5 pitches, but there's something missing with this card. At number 3, I'm going Sammy Sosa. Not the best Sammy, obviously. Low contact. Decent power is 85 and 81, but then that clutch is 104. Is pretty solid. Gold defender. Parallel 3, you're going to have him a diamond defender, 80 plus speed. That's pretty solid as well. You can even probably put him at center field and won't be a defensive liability per se. Talking about a guy that doesn't have a lot of speed. And at number 2, we're going Joey Votto, 28 speed, but he does have that 83 to 125 against righties, 105 clutch. So he's going to be destroying righties. He is a first baseman, which doesn't add a lot of value right now because there are a lot of first basemen like every year, but Joey Votto is a pretty good option, but the best option, in my opinion, in this division is going to be Yasmani Grandal as a switch hitting catcher, and that is going to be the key. Yes, clutch is kind of low, so he has 68 contact against right, 76 against left, obviously with my parallels, but 87 power against right. As you can see, 101 against left. Gold defender over at catcher. Switch hitting catcher, you don't find them just anywhere, right? So he's a very good option. He can play first as well. If you have Gary Sanchez at catcher, you can put Yasmani over at first, but I like the value that catchers bring to this game. And this is the last division, the NL East, and it's pretty good. It has some good options. At number 5, I'm giving it to David Wright. That 72 and 61 power is not enough. He doesn't have elite speed or elite defense. So he's okay. He does have 118 clutch, and that's one thing I've noticed, that we might see some cards that have low contact, but the clutch rating, which is very important, obviously with runners in scoring position, it has been pretty high, but he comes in at number 5 for me. In this one, at number 4, I'm giving it to Vladdy Guerrero. The dad of the cover athlete is just well balanced, decent. He does have that arm, but very bad fielding, as you can see. He's okay. It's a coin flip between him and David Wright for 4 or 5. I'll give Vladdy the 4th spot. But at number 3, I'm going to David Justice. And it's that 57 power against lefties, the only thing, but he does have 125 clutch, and that will play all year long. He has 88 power against righties, so very good bench bat against righties if you want as well, especially with that clutch. If you want to bring it in a situation with runners on, obviously that's the way to go. At number 2, I'm going Billy Wagner. Obviously a lefty reliever. We always need them, right? There's not a whole lot of them. He doesn't have outlier. He doesn't have a sinker. He doesn't have a cutter, but he still throws 97 to 100. He still has a slider and a changeup and a curveball. 119 hits per 9. So I do have him at P3, so 116 is his original, but the pitching clutch at 125 is very good. And last but not least, we are going to Giancarlo Stanton, and this is the Miami version. As you can see, 76, 92 against right, 110, 87 against left, 93 clutch is still pretty solid. And Giancarlo Stanton with 62 speed is pretty good. And as you can see, 79 fielding, 81 arm is not too bad, but his swing is so good. Every time he touches the ball just jumps out of his bat. And as you can see, his vision is 46. So that means he also fits that Byron Buxton boost, and that power just goes insane. You got to remember this, Byron Buxton gives you plus 15 power against left and right, and then you get plus 10 speed and plus 10 fielding ability. So this is a pretty good option as a captain. But on a future video, I'll go over the captains and their boosts and which ones I think is the best. But that will do it for me in this one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know down in the comment section below, how's your Team Affinity grind going and which are your favorite cards from the Team Affinity so far. You already know mine. But again, this is YeYo, and I'll check you out on the next one, and I'm out.